Behold, I come quickly. Episode 21, The Third Trumpet. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters, and the name of the star is called Wormwood, and the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters, because they were made bitter. Revelation 8 verses 10 to 11. When the third trumpet blows, another blazing meteor will fall on a third of the world's fresh waters. If this meteor fell upon the United States Mississippi River, it would contaminate the country's major water source, since every major tributary originates from the Mississippi. Toxic water from the rivers will run through the water systems and right into people's homes. Many people will die from lead poisoning lurking in the bitter water. Suddenly, clean water will become more precious than gold. The price of bottled water will increase as people flood the stores to buy cases of Aquafina. The government will have to assign military troops to give bottled water to citizens. John tells us that this star is specifically called wormwood, named after the bitter woody plant. Even if the meteor isn't literally called wormwood, its name may have that meaning. In the Old Testament, wormwood was used to symbolize calamity, sorrow, and bitterness of spirit. Even though he was prophesying about Israel's punishment for its sins, the prophet Jeremiah was also giving a prophetic warning of what is to come in our time. Jeremiah 9 verses 13 to 15. And the Lord saith, because they have forsaken my law which I set before them, and have not obeyed my voice, neither walked therein, but have walked after the imagination of their own heart, and after Baalim, which their fathers taught them, therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will feed them, even this people, with wormwood, and give them water of gall to drink. Baalim is a variant spelling of Baal or Bel. At the time that this prophecy was being declared, the Israelites were worshipping the sun god Bel along with other gods. This scripture in Jeremiah definitely applies to today's society. We see all around people disobeying the voice of the Lord as they continue to fulfill the desires of the flesh, follow the doctrines of men, and worship celebrities who are considered gods. People who do these things will not go unpunished. One day all the wrong people have done will be paid back to them, and their lives will become bitter. Some people believe that Trumpet 3 has already happened with the nuclear disaster in Chernobyl, since this is the Russian word for wormwood. While the high levels of radiation did affect the residents of Chernobyl and the surrounding areas, it didn't affect the world as a whole. However, this meteor dubbed wormwood will affect the whole world as it will fall on a third of the rivers and fountains of water. Much of the world is already facing a water crisis. Half of the world's 500 major rivers have been polluted or depleted. In 2018, China was facing a water shortage in 2/3 of its cities. Even America is in grave danger of a severe water crisis, not just because of the pollution and pesticides that have affected much of the rivers and lakes in the country. The threat of disease and nuclear waste entering our water systems have heightened the fear of a water shortage. When the Great Famine strikes the country, America will face a water shortage. With the combination of Trumpet 2 and Trumpet 3, a third of all the world's waters will be contaminated with ash from the meteors of both of these trumpets. With a lack of adequate food and clean water, over 1 billion people will die from war, famine, pestilence, and animal attacks.